All right. Okay, let's go down. Good morning, everyone. So, or good evening. It depends on where you are, where you're watching from. Okay. Let's go ahead. This is Ellie's podcast, Ellie's football. Definitely, it's all about football here. This is the whole channel. It's all about football. We did our first live watch along this week. It was amazing. For those who missed, that's on you. Um, this is the second one, which we'll be talking about. Pretty much is all about Premier League. I'm a supporter of Liverpool, as you can see, but all I'll be talking about is Premier League, and because I support Liverpool and I love Premier League. Oh man, I'm all for the Premier League pretty much. So, alrighty, let's go. Let's start diving into it. There've been a lot of things going on at the moment. There's a lot of news going on around Liverpool. Now it looks like Isak is coming to Liverpool because apparently Newcastle have got their replacement already. It's a block from Germany. Oh God, I can't even remember his name. But yeah, definitely. If Newcastle get their own player, damn it. So now we know Liverpool is coming on top, and we definitely get Isak. So I can't wait for that. So the Premier League is very exciting, and this week we're going into week 3. So exciting! I can't wait for it, and thank God it's on the weekend, and I'm home the whole weekend. I don't usually get weekends off, because I don't really usually get weekends off. But me being off, oh man, I just can't wait. So football starts tomorrow night, and actually, when I'm talking about this, it will be Australian Standard Time. So for those who are out of Australia, so please, it's not that I don't recognize your timing, but I know you guys have it best because you watch it in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. But for us, you guys have to wake up at 4, at 1, at midnight to watch the games, which you guys watch at 6 p.m. Most especially for those in Uganda. Because when I used to live there, we used to watch the game at 6 p.m. in the afternoon, 7 the latest. So I'm sure those in New York, they watch it even at 3 or 4 o'clock. So it's much better for you guys. But for us, because we love the game, we have to wake up. So I know the Aussies, we get it really hard. Anyway, shout out to everyone, by the way, who's in Brisbane. If you live in Logan, you're in Brisbane, shout out to you. Please, come on, support the channel. Let's do this together. Support this channel. We can do this together. And I can't wait. And my plan is to start hosting like Premier League parties at home. Man, I've got a really big living area, got a big screen TV, just and I bought it pretty much for the game. So if you're in Brisbane, you're in Logan, please hit me up. Just send me a text, follow me on all socials, whether it's on TikTok, anywhere, just Instagram, please send me a text, send me a DM. You can come, we can watch the game together. We can sit in the lounge room. There'll be a lot of popcorns, a lot of drinks. But for those who drink alcohol, sorry, man, we don't have alcohol in the house. But hey, you're welcome to bring your own esky. So that's on you. Alrighty, let's dive in. This is week 3 of the Premier League. We start tomorrow. It will be at 9:30 p.m. That's when the kickoff starts for the first game. That will be between Chelsea and Fulham, which is going to be an exciting game. You can see right now, Chelsea are doing really well. Last week they smashed their last game. Man, they smashed they smashed the team which they play with was I think West Ham. They smashed it like 5-1. That was very impressive. All right. They're playing against Fulham this weekend, so it will be very exciting. I can't wait to watch that game. And then after that, Fulham. By the way, Fulham is not as easy game to. I don't think it would be like a just a walk in the park. They have had their last 2 games. They've been draws, but definitely, I won't be surprised if they give a hard time to Chelsea, even end up in a draw. So. But I'm expecting this one Chelsea to win anyway. For Chelsea fans out there, I know you guys will win this. Yeah, my big brother, Fasha. I know you're a Chelsea fan, so I don't know if you still are. But yeah, I'm expecting you guys to win. Then we're going to Manchester United versus Burnley. So that's be the second game. That'll be like for us, will be on Sunday. So Sunday night, but it's still Saturday time in UK and Africa. So for us, it starts at midnight. So definitely we're staying up to watch these games because midnight we have 4 games at midnight. So we've got Manchester United, Burnley, Sunderland, Brentford, Tottenham, Hotspur, and Bournemouth, and then Wolves versus Everton. So they're like 4 games all at once. So it will be quite exciting to try and keep up with everything. But I'm more excited. Well, the most exciting game to watch will be Tottenham versus Bournemouth because that's gonna be really a good game. But you know what? I'd rather watch Manchester United versus Burnley because lately the way Manchester United have been going, oh my goodness, I can't even dive into that. How did you lose to Grimsby? Oh my god, that's another video on its own. Like that's another video on its own. That's I don't know, like a 20-minute dive in. I don't know what Amran is doing. I don't know what Onana is doing in the goal, but hey, it's just gonna be another quite exciting game to watch. So Burnley, they've just been promoted. Apparently they call themselves the Barcelona of the Premier League because of the style they're playing. So I won't be surprised. And Burnley have already had their first win, so they're looking forward to to upset a couple of people already. So they beat Sunderland 2-0 last week. So that was a good game because no one was expecting Sunderland to lose that game, to be honest. According to the game where they've been playing, yes, they were smashed in their first game against Tottenham Hotspurs. But hey, 3-0. But they managed to bounce back their second game, week 2, against Sunderland. And they won it. And even during the EFL, that's the Carling Cup, they managed to win it by 2-1 against Derby. So they're going good. So, well, in the last 5 games, Burnley have lost 3, have won 2, right? And then if you compare that to Man United, in their last 5 games, they have drawn 4 draws in a row, lost 1. And the last draw, which against Grimsby, I'm counting as a draw, but they ended up losing it anyway because they lost it on penalties. So that'll be quite an exciting game to watch. So I can't wait to watch Man United playing Burnley because they're both, still trying to find their feet. Burnley, they're trying to stay up in the Premier League. Man United, they're trying to get at least the 5th position so that they can be able in the Champions League to go into the Champions League come the end of the season. They spend a lot of money, trying to bring Buemo in. They brought Cunha, 2 really good, exciting players. They've got Sesko already, so even though he didn't deliver that much, to be honest, in this game against Grimsby. So I won't be surprised maybe he step up this time around, do something. Because he turned down to go to Newcastle, really a good team, to go to Manchester United. So he better be able to deliver. And now there's even fans are having issues with Bruno Fernandes because of the way he's been carrying on, like going crazy, They call him a whinger. He just whinges about everything. How do you whinge that someone has, the referee has knocked you over, and that's the reason why you've missed a penalty. Bro, you've missed a penalty. Simple as that, all right? Let's not try to make it out of nothing, So the second one will be Sunderland, Brentford. So Brentford have got their own problem at the moment, without trying to get to Newcastle, being blocked. So it's just been tug of war between him wanting to go to Newcastle. Like Newcastle can't even release Isaac because they can't get their strikers. So it's just, it'll be an exciting game to watch. So, and then another game, which is exciting, actually. It's the one which I'll be keeping an eye out. That's Tottenham Hotspurs versus Bournemouth. That's really good, Tottenham, they have already had the best record already. So 2 games, they haven't conceded any goals. They have scored in a total 5 goals. The first game, they won it 3-0. The second game against Manchester City, the champion who got the unbeatable record just a couple of years ago, and they managed to win the Premier League 4 times in a row. So everyone was surprised, last weekend for Man City to lose the game against Tottenham Hotspur. And actually, they lost it convincingly. It wasn't even a fluke. There are some games where you see a big team losing, and then you're like, oh man, maybe they had a lack, a penalty. But it was a fair, nasty game where they lost that game. So it's one game to watch, definitely. Frank is doing quite a good job after Ange, was replaced by him. To be honest, I was upset. I was a fan of Ange, not only just because he's Aussie, but I was a fan of Ange. Like I was definitely a fan of because I loved his football, regardless of what people say, defensive was or anything. Ange was a really good coach. For him to make a claim, like to make a bold claim that I win every second year and then go ahead and delivers that for Tottenham, which hadn't seen the trophy for years and years and years, and even give them the biggest trophy they've ever won, like a European trophy. Yes, it's not the Champions League, but the second European trophy. My goodness, man! For me, that bold move it was just out of nothing. So I was expecting actually they were going to give him like another chance to continue, but they didn't. So I was a fan of Ange, but now it looks like even Frank they have brought in, so he's doing quite a good job. So he was from Brentford. He's doing a really good job. He's managed because at the end of the day, Tottenham had really good players, like really good players. It's just maybe it was just a little bit of tweaking and working inside to try and fix up those things. So I'm excited about their games. So they're playing their game against Bournemouth. Bournemouth's been really good. Hey, Bournemouth's I remember in week 1 because I watched that game when they play against Liverpool. My goodness, Bournemouth was really good. Hey, they played such a good game. They managed to come back from 2-2, and then they lost it at the end, yes, with 4-2 to Liverpool. But they had quite a good game. So in the Premier League, yes, they've lost their first game, but their second game they played against Wolverhampton, they managed to win it by 1-0. So I'm expecting this one also to be quite a tough game for Frank or for Tottenham. So I can't wait for that. Even though yes, Bournemouth they lost their last Carling Cup game, EFL against Brentford, which is also a good game though. They lost it, but they had a red card, so you can cut them a slack on that. So I'm looking forward to that game. My hope is they get a draw from each other or Bournemouth win, but at the end of the day, I don't think Bournemouth will. Definitely back Tottenham to win this one. And then after that, we go Everton and Wolves. So Everton, they're now, coming back, So, they lost their first game, but they won their second one. So they have 3 points already. They won against Brighton. No one expected that. 2-0. Yeah, man. In the first game at the new stadium. So no one expected that. But they've managed even to win their round 4 of the EFL. So they've got already a good of momentum going. In terms of Wolverhampton, so they have already lost their first 2 games in the Premier League. So despite they've already lost they only lost the first game, and then the second game against West Ham they managed to win it by 3-2. So they also already got that momentum. So this one also will be exciting to watch for those who love football. But the problem is they're all playing at all midnight. So if I'm to choose, personally, I would have loved to watch Tottenham against Bournemouth because that'll be a very exciting game. However, I want to watch Manchester United versus Burnley because I know Manchester are struggling at the moment. Yes, I'm not a fan of them. Well, Ivan Kawesa, big up, brother. Sorry, I know you're a Manchester United fan, but hey, no offense. Just, I know you love your team, but hey, I'm not a fan of Man United. So I hope you guys lose this game. But if you win, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to my game. So after that, we've got at 2:30 a.m. we got Newcastle versus Leeds. So that will be a very, very exciting game. Because of what Newcastle did last week against Liverpool, coming from they managed with 10 men from 2-0 to 0. They managed to climb up to 2-2, even though they lost it at the end with the best game I've ever seen in a Premier League, to be honest, this season so far. Well, it won't be the best, but this is one of the best, definitely, to be up there. So definitely I'm expecting this one to be an exciting one. Leeds lost 5-0 against Arsenal last week, so I'm hoping definitely Newcastle's going to win this one, and if they lose, man, that'll be a shame. But I know they'll win. Well, after that, so Sunday night, Going to the next day, that'll be at 11 p.m. We'll have Brighton against Manchester City. Manchester City are still, planning up, but definitely they will win this one. So there's not much to go through this one, despite City losing last week. So definitely they win. Forest versus West Ham. Damn, that'll be also another exciting game. So because West Ham they're trying to come back, already Porter, their manager is already, under a lot of scrutiny because of what he's been doing. So I hopefully at least this one will bring them back. But again, I don't expect them to win against Nottingham Forest because they are good. You know, Nuno, the manager of Nottingham Forest, is already having some issues with the president. So hopefully, if that gets onto his head, will affect him the way he's going to play the game against West Ham. So, but I don't think they will. Lastly, well, not the least. So we've got Liverpool. That'll be on Monday morning. That one will be at 1:30 in the morning. So that's the thing. That's the game I'm looking forward to. That's the game which I want everyone. We're gonna be there. We're gonna watch it, watch along. That's what I say, man. I'm so excited to watch this game because it's the first time, I'm watching the game on the weekend when I don't have pressure to, I'm going to work in the morning. I'm not working in the morning. So thank God I'm off on Monday. So I have to watch the whole game and then sleep up during the day. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But the same Monday morning we have like 4 a.m. we have Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. So that one, I'm seeing that as a draw. But anyway, come back to the main game of the week, the biggest game of the weekend. That's Aston versus Liverpool. Liverpool have managed to win their first two games. The first one was 4-2 against Bournemouth, which was, a good, loving, incredible game to watch. And then their second game was so far the best game, to be honest. The best game against Newcastle. Newcastle lost one man, got a red card. So they were 10 men down already. Liverpool were 2 goals ahead, by that time. However, Newcastle managed to come back into the game. Maybe because we're playing at Newcastle's ground, because they have their fans are shouting. So for some reason, maybe Liverpool players, didn't do well to kind of like, maintain the pressure. So, but they managed to come back into the game to 2-2 for sure. At that point, when the referee said it was 11 minutes extra, I was starting to having like a a bit of panic. I was like, I'm done. I want the draw because we're gonna lose this game, and we didn't want to lose that game. At least you can get a draw, then you can try to regroup and then come back again. So, but with the brilliance of the whole team of trying to kind of like calm down, honest Lord, I don't even know what he was thinking. How do you bring a kid 17 years old, Rio Gomo, you bring him in with Harvey Elliott, both of them, they're like, I don't know, 5'5", so they're very short. They're tall players, whether they will be, fighting area balls, but young kids, for Harvey, he's not even, I don't think he's even 20 years. Rio, 17, but you bring them with the hope that will change the game. And then in the 100th minute, like 99 and 40 seconds, I think, that's when the brilliant Sarah passed through the ball. And then Szoboszlai was ready to hit the ball, but he knew he was not in a good position. He kind of like just did a skip over, and then the ball landed just right in a perfect place for Rio, the young 17 years old. 16, not even 17 yet, because he's turning 17 today actually on Friday. So he managed to hit it straight away fast. The keeper didn't even say it. He just looked on the side. It was going in, So that's the football which I like. I know it's a bit panicky. It's a bit, frustrating when you get to that point. But yeah, that's the football which we love. So it was so fun. It was so good. It was so perfect, So I can't wait. I can't wait for this weekend. Yes, Arsenal, they've had a good run in it. They won their first game 1-0 against Manchester United. They did not play really well, but they managed to win it. So their second game, they managed also to win it with 5-0 against Leeds. But hey, Leeds just came back from Just came from the championship, so they haven't been in the Premier League for so long, and it was good. It was a good game to watch because I did watch it at least the first half, by the way, and second half because I had to keep up watching because I had work in the morning. That's the problem for us Aussies. That's what happened with us. Yeah, Timber had quite a good game, but with Arsenal, they're missing Saka, so I don't think Odegaard is gonna play because of apparently he might also be injured. So and most especially Saka, if Saka is out, to be honest, that's I know that side already. His left hand side, it's kind of like it's not as strong. Yes, they've got Madueke who's coming in, the new player from Chelsea, so he's gonna try and jump in instead of Saka, but he's not Saka, so that's quite a positive for the Liverpool side. Yes, Gyökeres, by the way, managed to click in his first time to be on the score sheet for Arsenal. He managed to score 2 goals, one in the 45 minutes, and then the penalty at the end. So he's he's definitely buzzing at the moment. So he's got all the confidence. No, now he'll be going against Hugo Ekitike, who has scored in the last 3 matches every single game. The first game, well, not the first game of the Premier League, but the first game which kind of like kicks it off, the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. Hugo scored his first goal. It was really good. Yes, we didn't end up winning we ended up losing it on penalties against Crystal Palace, but it was good for him. Really good boost. The first game of the season against Bournemouth, Hugo scored, so it was really good. Very technical, man. He's hard, and look, to be honest, I was upset that Nunes went, but now with Hugo, the way he's playing it and the way he's reading the game, hopefully at least he'll keep up scoring and keep up putting in those chances which Nunes used to get and couldn't put them through. So Hugo is definitely buzzing at the moment. Gakpo, yes. Salah, he's still like in a Salah mode, which we know he can easily be sometimes quiet, but again we know the time is coming. So big up to all Liverpool fans out there. If please you live in Logan, if you live in Brisbane, hit me up. Let's catch up. Let's watch the game together. I would love more than anything to sit in that living room when I'm sitting with other players. I don't care whether you're an Arsenal fan, please hit me up. I would love to sit because I don't watch along anyway. Sometimes I just annoy my wife to wake up and watch it with me, but not all the time she's up to it. But so if you're there, you want to come and watch the game, hey, you're more than welcome. My home is open. Come, let's sit together, let's watch. Or if there's any big pub around there where there's Premier League going on, let me know. I'm happy to come and watch the game there, so it'll be fun. I can't wait. Yeah, and big up to Stan anyway. Stan has taken over from Opta Sports, so well, I was a fan of Optus. I've been with Optus for so many years. For the past, I don't know, or the five, for the past 6, 7 years I've been here. So I've loved it. Now I've jumped to Stan mainly because of the Premier League. So, but so far, what I'm seeing, I'm loving it. So hopefully you guys keep up, and all the highlights I've been seeing your socials for Stan, they're really doing really well. So I can't wait to keep watching Premier League. So this is the beginning of this journey. Every week I'll be commenting about all these games and then even commenting about the results. So big up to everyone and all the best. So I can't wait. But the game against Liverpool, I know some people will be like, what's your prediction? Yes, Liverpool, we're going to win 3-0. Mark my word, 3-0 Liverpool. Yes, 3-0, we are winning this game. I don't care. There's no excuse. I know people are saying, oh, Van Dijk, the defense, oh, Konate is not doing well. I don't care. On that day, we are at Anfield. We've got to step up. We've got to step up. Liverpool have got to step up. There's no excuse. So this is Arsenal. They're the main competitor against us. Yes, Arsenal and Man City. So we can't slip up on this game. We are winning it. I don't care how we win the game. My preference, we win it with 3-0. But if we win it 5-4, I don't care. As long as we get 3 points on the table. So I'm looking forward to that. But my prediction, jokes aside, my prediction against this game, I'm thinking Liverpool will win it 2-0 anyway. Not 3-0. 3-0 is a bit of a stretch. But I'm thinking 2-0. Salah is going to score. And maybe Szoboszlai. That's what I'm thinking of. because the way he's been playing. So he played really well last game. So I'm looking forward to this and I can't wait. So big up to everyone. Those in Logan, please hit me up. Let's watch the game and let's enjoy the game. So can't wait. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. See you, everyone. And hopefully you can enjoy this music as I'm finishing up. See ya.